Yo, what's going on guys, Arekkz here, welcome back to another Destiny video, and it is finally Iron Banner time, the first Iron Banner of Rise of Iron, and it's actually a pretty exciting one. So, if you guys haven't booted up the game yet, then the very first time you go to Felwinter Peak, you'll get a cutscene, which I'll show you guys now. Of course, if you don't want to see it, then step away, but it's a very short cutscene, and it basically explains who the new Iron Banner host is going to be.
No statue for me, I see?
The statues are for the dead. And I always hoped you were not among them.
So, with that cutscene out of the way, you will then spawn into Felwinter Peak. Your first thing you're going to want to do is go to Lord Saladin, speak to him, and he will then give you a quest, which you can see here if we go into the menu, In Pursuit of Light. And the very first thing you need to do is go to find Efrideet. So, for that one, it is pretty simple. If you guys haven't used an Ice and Fire token before, then you might not have been outside of this area, short of coming up from the first mission, but the doors are now open. So, see this is like Felwinter Peak's version of the back of the tower. They open up the doors. These will of course remain open for the entire week while Iron Banner is running, but otherwise, prior to that, you will of course need the Ice and Fire token to launch yourself over the top and open the doors. But for Iron Banner, they are open. So you go all the way over here, there is the fancy awning with the big kind of Iron Banner flaming sigil behind, and this is Lady Efrideet, and she is the new host of Iron Banner, because of course Lord Saladin had far more important things to deal with the Seaver threat, although technically speaking, now we've dealt with it, he should get back to work. But either way, this is now your new host, so she's pretty cool. We haven't seen her face yet. I really hope that we as hunters get that helmet, because that's going to be awesome. But anyway, I thought I would just quickly run you guys through the bounties and the equipment available this week, and of course then that way if you guys haven't logged on yet, then it'll give you an idea of what's available. So first up you have gauntlets. Of course you'll always have the usual different versions depending on the perks, but these are the hunter gauntlets for basically for everyone. It just looks like your Iron Lord gear, only without artifacts. You can't get artifacts for Iron Banner gear, so it will literally look like this and there is no changing it. So if you want to know kind of roughly what it looks like for other classes, then think about your Iron Lord gear. Anyway, those are the gauntlets, and as mentioned, there are different perks. So your usual attribute, twists, then switchblade, momentum transfer, and hand cannon loader. Of course, these are the default vendor roles. You can also get armor drops through the matches as well, but your other option is fastball, impact induction, and auto rifle loader. So they are the gauntlets. You then have the class item this week. So for the hunters, it's the cape, and you basically have the difference between, in fact, I'll show you what it looks like first. That is what it looks like. Again, same thing as the Iron Lord, basically, different design and whatnot. But anyway, yeah, same thing here. So either auto rifle focus or sniper rifle focus, and then your Crucible champion. So definitely grab this. One thing they have done in Rise of Iron is you don't have to worry about wearing, like, you know, the shader, the class item, the emblem, all those things like that to try and gain more XP. You can simply just kind of wear whatever you want and still gain all that stuff. Plus they've got rid of the notion of tempered, so you don't have to worry about playing later in the week. For those of you guys that, you know, perhaps have work or whatnot, then the XP gain is the same no matter where you play in the week. So those are those ones, and of course in this one you've also got the pulse rifle instead, so same thing there. And as for weapons, you have the Proud Spire, which is the shotgun. Whoa, that's crazy. Let's try that again, shall we? Haha. Okay. Well, it's not supposed to look like that. It's probably because of the light, and I'll jump out in a minute. But anyway, that's what it looks like. You can see a better version on screen right now. But this one deals arc damage. It has linear compensator, accurized ballistics, field choke. It also has rifle barrel or oiled frame, snapshot or casket mag, and replenish or rangefinder. So that is your shotgun. And as for the auto rifle this week, this looks really, really cool. It looks like super small, actually. Kind of like it could be an SMG, so to speak. But kinetic damage, Iron Red Dot Sight, Iron Warrior Sight, Iron Range Scope. You then have Perfect Balance, Reinforced Barrel, Lightweight, Casket Mag, Hidden Hand, or Hip Fire. And that is what it looks like. It looks really cool. I'm liking the fur around the barrel. But yeah, so that's basically what's available this week. As for your bounties, you have 4 different ones this week. You have earn 100 points by completing matches or winning. Really, really simple. Just the more you play, you get that. And of course, once you do hand it in, you'll get your standing, you'll get legendary marks, you'll get experience, and you'll get a legendary weapon. You then hand in the next one, and this is earn 100 points with ability kills. So grenades, melee, super. You then have 100 points with weapon kills, and they're not going to force you to use a specific type of weapon. This time you just get different points depending on what you're using. So more points for heavy, fewer points for primary, but either way, that is how it works. And again, legendary weapon for that one, legendary gear for that one, and then this one here, earn 100 points by supporting your teammates, so assists, avengers, and allies, and defended. So they are your bounties. Of course, there is also the overarching quest you saw before, so I would imagine that once you complete this, you'll also get something else. And the first thing we need to do is reach rank 1, so there'll probably be rank 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and this will probably also yield better rewards. Then, if we return to Lord Saladin for a second, there is one more thing that you guys might be interested in. He is selling Dusty Iron Engrams. Now, this contains an Iron Banner armor piece. Now, this is important because if you guys like the look of Iron Banner gear, but perhaps don't want to jump into Iron Banner, maybe you haven't got the time, maybe you just don't enjoy it, whatever it is, then you can actually get Iron Banner items from these, but when you decode them, they will come out at level 3, so it'll be kind of like when you get the Desolate gear, or any of that gear that comes from Sterling Treasures. They're effectively cosmetic items, so they have perks, and if you want to make them useful, you have to infuse something into them. So, Bungie did mention before how they're kind of doing something for people that might not necessarily play Iron Banner, so this is your option. They of course require silver dust, so easy way to get 5 silver dust is dismantle an ornament. That will give you 5 silver dust. Alternatively, you can get them from opening Radiant Treasure, but you tend to get 1 or 2 per time, so you probably need to open around 4 or 5 Radiant Treasures. So either way, if you buy and decode a Dusty Iron Engram, then you can get Iron Banner gear pieces, and it seems you can get old Iron Banner gear pieces as well as new ones. So if you miss some stuff from, say, year 1 or year 2, then this might be something for you. But I believe you can also get the new items from here as well. So similarly, if you guys just want to get some Iron Banner gear, but just don't have the time to play, then consider getting some Dusty Iron Engrams and then just infusing so you can have the look without actually having to put in the time. But with that said and done, then that is pretty much it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then a like would be super appreciated. Comment down below, let me know if you guys are going to be diving into Rise of Iron, and let me know as and when you play throughout the week if you got anything good. But thanks for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out. Oh yeah, the game mode is Supremacy as well, so even if you can't kill people, grab crests, and you still do well.